So I started today trying to use a whole paper on top instead of a odd cut. Previously with the lever machine, it would cause water to go to the sides faster because it's bigger than the shower screen, but I figured this would be a good starting point. So this Robusta shot came off a little bit higher in extraction than usual, and it looked good. There's still the blonding from the left side, which is still indicative of this problem, but there was still some issues using the single basket because the grounds at the edge, the extracts are getting stuck in there, so it's almost like you had channeling through just the center of the puck, because usually I overpack the basket. So I'm going to have to make some adjustments to that single. So then I used the same top paper for a regular shot. The nice thing about the top papers is they don't get too dirty, so it requires a lot less cleaning. So this shot pulled pretty nice, pretty even, and in terms of extraction yield, it was high. This one was like 20% on like 14% TDS. So it was a good tasting shot, but it gave me some ideas on what I could do next. Then I took a quick break to make this funny video about my kids' espresso machine. Introducing the latest innovation in super automatic espresso machines. This is the next generation of espresso machines. Even though it has a few deficiencies like a small water reservoir, it does its own grinding, and it has 3 modes, and it is nicely sized for the kitchen. It's also very low powered. It can fit a scale underneath so you can weigh your coffee as it comes out. Let's pull a shot real quick so you can see how magnificent it is. I'm just going to run water through it this time just so you can see it coming out, because I already had a coffee this morning. But this coffee machine will change your life. Now, this is not to say it's all positives. There are some challenges, like I can't fit my Cruve cup underneath. I tried really hard. And the steam wand is a little finicky, but it worked well enough. So coming soon, also, I'm going to do a comparison to the Decent Espresso machine. So we're going to see how that goes. So I made a donut paper filter, so it looks like a donut. It has a hole in the middle. I used it first in this imprecision basket that I made, where I took an old basket and I used a pin and poked a bunch of holes in it, or made the holes bigger rather. So it's not precise, but it still can get high extraction. So there's some channeling in the center here, and it's just a basket I was using to get a little bit lower of a dose, because I think I did like 14.5 grams on this. And then I pulled another shot right after. This is the shot I gave to my wife in a milk. So this is what the donut looks like. It's not as circular in the center as I'd like it to be, but I just threw it in there. And then I pulled this shot. The shot came out ridiculous. It's a little bit over 24% extraction yield on almost 19% TDS. So the input was 20 grams, a little more than 20 grams, and the output was a little more than 26 grams. So this is just a ridiculous shot, and I think I'm on the path to continuing to have great shots. And I took a picture of the refractometer because I couldn't believe it. And even the bottom of the puck, it doesn't show much because almost everything's extracted. So I cut off the edge a little bit because I'm worried about having too much water going to the edge from the paper filter, and then I still made the donut. This shot, the shot I used it on, I decided to pull a shorter shot. So the previous shot was 1.3 to 1 ratio. This shot is a 1.1 to 1 ratio. So it was 20 grams in and 22 grams out. And I ended up with 17% TDS which gave an extraction yield of around 19%. So what's crazy though is if you have a really high extraction yield in that low of a volume, the strength just shoots up. So it's hard to describe to someone what that kind of shot would taste like. Because if you backed off a little bit, you did a little bit shorter of a shot, you could have 18% TDS at 18% extraction yield. And it's just ridiculous. So more to come as I continue to develop this profile and this technique.